When you first look at the Telugu script, it can seem pretty complex, right? It's this beautiful collection of curves and symbols, but a little intimidating. Well, what if I told you there's a simple, almost shockingly elegant system hiding in plain sight? We're about to decode the brilliant logic behind this amazing writing system. Think about it. This is a huge challenge for any writing system. I mean, you could just invent a brand new symbol for every single sound, but then your alphabet would be insanely huge and impossible to learn. Or you could do something way, way smarter. And Telugu's solution, it's an absolute masterclass in efficiency. So to get to the answer, we have to kind of step outside our comfort zone. We need to move beyond the idea of a simple alphabet, the way we think about it in English. We've got to look at what a letter is in a completely new way. Okay, so this leaves it all out. With the Latin alphabet, letters are like Lego bricks. They're separate individual things you just line up. C-A-T, cat. But in a system like Telugu, it's a totally different game. The consonant is the core, and the vowel is something you add onto it, like a modification. And there's a name for this. It's called an alphasyllabary. It's kind of like a hybrid, part alphabet, part syllable-based system. So instead of writing C and A as two separate things, you write one single fused symbol that just is CA. Grasping this one idea is the key to everything. All right, so if we're building these cool syllable units, what are we building them with? Well, it actually breaks down into two really simple, fundamental components, just two ingredients. I love this way of thinking about it. You have the body and you have the soul. The body is your base consonant, like this symbol here, ka, which is the ka sound. But the soul, that's the vowel marker, this little mark, ah, which is the ah sound. The soul is what gives a new voice, a new life to the body. And this is where it gets really beautiful. The individual pieces on their own are simple, but the magic, the real power of the system, comes alive when you see how they combine. So let's actually see this in action. We're going to take our two ingredients, our body and our soul, and watch how they fuse together to create a brand new sound. It's really just a simple three-step recipe. First, we start with our base consonant, our body, ga. Second, we pick our vowel modifier, our soul, in this case, the one for ah. And third, bam, we physically combine them. See how that ah symbol just attaches right onto the ga symbol? We now have a totally new character, ga. We've completely changed the sound just by adding one little mark. And this is the absolute core idea. You don't have to sit down and memorize hundreds of random symbols. No way. You just learn the base consonants and the rules for how the vowels modify them. It's all about logic. It's a system, not just a bunch of stuff to memorize. All right, now for the best part. Let's zoom out and look at the incredible power and scale that this one simple pattern unlocks. This is where it all clicks into place. Just look at this. This is our base consonant ka combined with all the different vowel sounds. You get ka, ki, ku. See what's happening? The core ka shape is always there, but there's a different little mark, a hook here, a loop there, a line over here, that's changing the vowel sound every single time. You can literally see the pattern. Okay, that's cool for one consonant, but what happens if we swap out the body? Do we have to learn a whole new set of rules and markings for every single new consonant? Absolutely not. Get this. This is the series for a totally different consonant, ma. Now look closely. Compare the vowel markings here to the ones on the last slide. That little tail for ma, it's the same. That hook on top for me, same thing. That little curl underneath for mu, it's exactly the same. The pattern of modifications, the souls, is identical. So here it is, the big takeaway. You'll learn one set of vowel modifiers and you can apply that set systematically to every single consonant in the entire script. That is the genius of the system right there. Learn the pattern once and you can use it everywhere. So let's just look at the raw numbers here. In Telugu, you start with roughly 36 of these base consonants, your bodies. And then you have a toolkit of about 16 of these core vowel modifications, your souls. And with just those two small toolkits, 36 bodies and 16 souls, the system elegantly generates over 500 unique, phonetically perfect syllables. It is an incredible example of linguistic efficiency. You get maximum output from minimum input. It's just beautiful. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other things in our world that seem incredibly complex on the surface are actually governed by a simple, beautiful logic, just waiting for us to see the pattern.